The complete life story of Severus Snape. Severus Snape was born to Eileen Snape, née Prince, a witch, and Tobias Snape, a muggle, in the dreary neighborhood of Spinner's End. His early life was overshadowed by constant arguments between his parents, creating a tense and unhappy home environment. Eager to escape this, Snape longed for the day he could attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. From a young age, Snape was observant and perceptive, qualities that led him to notice the magical abilities of his neighbor, Lily Evans, a girl with striking red hair. Despite initial misunderstandings, Snape revealed his wizarding identity to her, and over time, they forged a close friendship, bonded by their shared magical abilities. This friendship, however, faced challenges, particularly involving Lily's sister, Petunia. Snape inadvertently stumbled upon a letter written by Petunia to Professor Dumbledore begging to be allowed to attend Hogwarts with Lily. Dumbledore's refusal deepened the rift between the sisters, especially after a magical incident where Snape was wrongly accused by Petunia of causing her harm. The journey to Hogwarts was a pivotal moment for Snape. He comforted a tearful Lily, upset over a quarrel with Petunia. His initial indifference gave way to empathy, making Lily smile. Their train ride to Hogwarts introduced them to James Potter and Sirius Black, marking the beginning of a long-standing rivalry filled with bitterness and jealousy. At Hogwarts, the Sorting Hat placed Lily in Gryffindor and Snape in Slytherin. Snape's disappointment was palpable, as this separation from Lily symbolized a growing divide in their paths. In Hogwarts, Snape's talents flourished, particularly in potions and defense against the dark arts. He adopted the moniker Half-Blood Prince, a nod to his mixed heritage and his mother's maiden name. He used this alias while annotating his textbooks, where he made significant improvements to potion recipes and even developed innovative spells like Sectum Sempra. Snape's school years were marred by his ongoing feud with James Potter and his friends. The animosity reached a dangerous peak when Sirius Black led Snape to the hiding place of Remus Lupin, a werewolf and one of James's close friends. James's intervention saved Snape's life, a deed that left Snape begrudgingly indebted to him. Despite the escalating tension with James and his group, Snape's friendship with Lily endured, although it was strained by his increasing fascination with the dark arts and his association with students who aspired to become Death Eaters. The final straw came in their 5th year when Snape, in a fit of anger, hurled an unforgivable insult at Lily, effectively ending their friendship. Post-Hogwarts, Snape's path led him to join Lord Voldemort as a Death Eater. His life took a dramatic turn when he overheard part of a prophecy that he relayed to Voldemort, unaware that it pertained to Harry Potter, Lily's future son. The realization that Voldemort intended to target the Potters horrified Snape, leading him to seek Dumbledore's help in a desperate bid to protect Lily. Dumbledore, disgusted by Snape's apparent disregard for the lives of Lily's husband and child, reluctantly agreed to help protect the Potters. Despite elaborate protective measures, the Potters were betrayed by their friend Peter Pettigrew, resulting in their murder by Voldemort. Miraculously, their infant son, Harry, survived. Devastated by Lily's death, Snape agreed to Dumbledore's proposition to protect Harry, seeing it as a way to honor Lily's memory. He became a double agent, teaching at Hogwarts and spying on the Death Eaters for Dumbledore. When Professor Quirrell endangered Harry, Snape intervened, perhaps viewing this as a way to settle his life debt to James. Upon Voldemort's return, Snape's role as a double agent became even more perilous. His dark mark, a symbol of his allegiance to Voldemort, became more pronounced as Voldemort gained strength. Snape continued to serve Dumbledore, mastering legilimency to effectively deceive Voldemort and relay crucial information. Joining the Order of the Phoenix, Snape played a critical role in Dumbledore's strategy against Voldemort, providing intelligence while maintaining his cover as a loyal Death Eater. When a curse from a Horcrux threatened Dumbledore's life, Snape stepped in, Snape used his skills to contain it, knowing that Dumbledore's time was limited. He remained steadfastly by Dumbledore's side, committed to protecting Harry and fulfilling the mission entrusted to him by Lily's memory. Severus Snape's story is a complex one, marked by love, loyalty, and sacrifice. In the summer before Harry Potter's 6th year at Hogwarts, a critical moment unfolded. Professor Dumbledore, who had put on the cursed gaunt ring, one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, was facing death. The curse from the ring was spreading, but Snape managed to halt its deadly progress, confining it to Dumbledore's hand. However, Dumbledore knew his time was limited, estimating he had about a year left. Dumbledore then shared a grim plan with Snape. He revealed that Voldemort had given Draco Malfoy, a young student, the task of killing him. This was a punishment for Draco's father, Lucius, who had failed Voldemort. Dumbledore's request of Snape was twofold: watch over Draco and, should Draco fail, Snape must be the one to kill Dumbledore. Dumbledore was adamant about this, emphasizing the need to protect Draco's soul from the corruption of murder. Snape was reluctant, struggling with the moral implications of the task, but eventually agreed to it, recognizing its necessity. Before the start of the new school year, Narcissa Malfoy, Draco's mother, and her sister, Bellatrix Lestrange, sought Snape's help at Spinner's End. Narcissa was deeply concerned for her son and pleaded with Snape to ensure Draco's safety and success in his daunting task. To confirm his commitment and loyalty, Snape made an unbreakable vow, a magical pact that promised assistance to Draco and to complete the task of killing Dumbledore if Draco could not. Throughout the school year, Snape tried to discreetly assist Draco, but the young Malfoy was determined to prove himself and repeatedly declined Snape's help. Tensions grew between Snape and Dumbledore, with Snape feeling the weight of his promise and questioning whether he could go through with the deed. Dumbledore, however, reassured Snape and reminded him of his vow. In a private conversation, Dumbledore entrusted Snape with a critical piece of information. Harry Potter himself was a Horcrux and must die at Voldemort's hand for Voldemort to be truly defeated. This revelation deeply disturbed Snape. He had believed that all his efforts and risks were for the purpose of keeping Lily's son Harry safe. Now he was being told that Harry was destined to die. Snape's profound love for Lily was evident in his Patronus, a silver doy identical to Lily's. Despite his anguish, Snape agreed to continue supporting Dumbledore's plan, recognizing its importance in defeating Voldemort. When the moment came for Dumbledore's plan to be executed, Draco Malfoy found himself unable to kill the headmaster. Snape, fulfilling the terms of his unbreakable vow, stepped in and did what was necessary. After Dumbledore's death, Snape continued to communicate with Dumbledore's portrait, receiving guidance and ensuring that he remained on track with their plan. Snape assumed the role of headmaster at Hogwarts, keeping his promise to Dumbledore to protect the students. In a masterful act of subterfuge, he hid the real sword of Gryffindor, replacing it with a fake. This was part of a larger strategy to ensure that Harry would eventually find and use the real sword. As the final battle at Hogwarts approached, Snape had to flee the school. Voldemort, mistakenly believing that killing Snape would make him the true master of the Elder Wand, summoned him to the Shrieking Shack. There, in a tragic turn of events, Voldemort's snake attacked Snape, mortally wounding him. In his final moments, Snape revealed his deepest secrets to Harry through his memories. These memories showed the truth of Snape's life: his unwavering loyalty to Dumbledore, his enduring love for Lily, and the crucial role Harry played in the defeat of Voldemort. Snape's last act was to ensure that Harry understood the full scope of the sacrifice required to end Voldemort's reign of terror. Snape's story is one of the most poignant in the Harry Potter series. It's a tale of a man who faced immense personal challenges and moral dilemmas. His journey was marked by a deep and unfulfilled love, a struggle between loyalty and duty, and ultimately, a sacrifice that played a pivotal role in the defeat of one of the darkest wizards of all time. In his final moments, Snape proved himself to be not a coward, but a hero who did everything in his power to protect Harry and honor the memory of Lily Potter.